What you talking about now, Cine? I don't know, but you're gonna get some nuggets out of it though. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell on. There's a new video series dropping every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the random jam session whenever I'm in my bag. You do not want to miss out. Also, be sure to check out my books, man. The link's in the description below, right along with my vegan class if you're trying to go plant-based and stay plant-based. I'm telling you, it works. Oh, and lastly, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_scene_. The nuggets I don't put over here, I put over there, so you can always get me when you need me. But you ain't really coming for all of that. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out. So now we have that. So now that's just the physical. Now we got to get our mind right. So how do we gotta detox our mind from eating this stuff? You feel me? So now there's a reason why you have commercials. There's a reason why you have different advertisements for the food that you eat. I just seen a commercial the other day for a burger chain. I don't want to say their name, give them credence. But I just seen a commercial the other day, and it said, "Save a vegetable, eat this burger." I said, "Damn, bro, they really don't want y'all to go plant-based. They really don't want y'all to go plant-based." But if you've seen What the Health, you know why. Like you know what the fuck that shit is about. You know who's running what, all the who and who's and who the such and suches are. So add that to the equation. Now your mind has to see this all the time. You feel what I'm saying? This is crazy. Like, this is how I know that there has to be some kind of mental programming somewhere. Because when we look at children, right? Let's keep it a bit. When we look at children, we can say a color can make that child like pop, wild out, go crazy, right? There's a point that I'm gonna make with this, and it has nothing to do with their behavior. But yet somehow, like, we can look at, oh, kids are so vibrant. We want to paint the kids' room because it's vibrant and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. But when it comes to their food, we add no vibrancy. Where do you get your vibrancy from? The earth. Fruits, vegetables, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an assorted amount of colors you can put on a plate to excite a child. But somehow we're not doing that. And the colors that we are using are for the detriment. You feel what I'm saying? A child opens like their refrigerator. They see cheeses. They see all of these things. Cheese is something different. Like cheese has created a mentality that it fucks everybody up. It's already addicting in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because it has addictive parts into it. But the cooking of cheese, the presentation of cheese is really what gets you hooked, and then the connections with it. Like, you know, every kid loves pizza. Think that's an accident? Because it's different presentations to it. When you give your pizza, when a child eats pizza, most times, what is it? You know, most people eat pizza at parties, festivities, good events and shit. We eat at school on Friday, the last day. Like, shit's strategically designed. Like, we're gonna make these motherfuckers like this shit. And then the thing about it is, like, the food that you eat is not combined properly. I talk about food combining stuff in the books too, but food combining is when you eat the right, is the right way to eat right. You feel me? So I know people, well, oh man, there's so many rules that you got to, well, stop breaking them. You wouldn't need these rules to eat a certain way if the rules weren't, like, if they didn't work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, you can't eat this with this, but you can't, well, why? Because it destroys your intestine, your small, like, it destroys it. Your body goes into a shock therapy where it's like, I can't digest both of these things at one time. Case in point, you have these things called enzymes within your body. You have proteases, which digest anything that ends with an A's is an enzyme. But what precedes it lets you know what it is. So you have proteases, nucleases, lipases, amylases for different things. And amylase is a sugar enzyme. It helps break down sugar. It's called amylase, but although they're called carbohydrates because the amyl prefix does denote sugar. So I don't know why they didn't just name carbolases. Well, they don't call it carbolases because that's used for something else. Different. I'm not going to go into the science part. But you have these points within your digestion, right? The first part that happens is you're chewing. You have the amylases, the proteases, things like that. So they say, okay, bam, certain things cannot be digested together. You feel me? Case in point, starches and proteins can't be digested together, right? Because now you have a starch. You have a starch trying to be digested with a protein, which means what enzymes have to be released. You have a protease and you have an amylase that are being released. These two enzymes don't coincide with one another. Right? So the body pretty much says, all right, bro, I'm going to pick. Like, either I'm going to break down this protein or I'm going to break down this starch. Whichever one you want. But now, you can't. But now, the thing is, one of the centerpieces that vegetables go with everything. You feel me? Vegetables go with everything. Vegetables and starches can go together. Vegetables and proteins can go together. Vegetables and fruits can go together. You feel what I'm saying? And when you combine them accordingly, it works. But if it conflicts, your body's digestion will not work. Something will not be digested, and that which is not digested will then move into the large intestine and decay. You dig what I'm saying? So now, when we look at burgers that we eat on a regular basis, they violate all logics of the food combining. You're getting lettuce, because we put lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions on them, right? That's our vegetables, and then we get starch and a protein in the motherfucker. The bread on the top and the bottom. We have the protein in the middle, and then we have the vegetables. They put the vegetables in there on the strength that, oh, vegetables and protein can go together. Vegetables and starches can go together. So no, but protein and starch don't go together.